And for verbal,
What?
I have to follow the same pattern.
Yeah, for verbal also, I mostly prepared from advanced section of Khan Academy. And also for the verbal part, I would suggest to start from the question number 15 because that is where the easier questions start from. So like you can quickly do that questions, and then when that is over, you can start from the first question because that will take more time.
When did you start your training? Like, how many months did you give for training for
What?
freshers? How many days you gave for SCT training? Like, when did you start it?
I started preparing for it 3 weeks ago, like from the exam. So I took the topic wise test in a week, and then in 2 weeks, I prepared the FLTs and all the remaining analysis.
YouTube videos, like, can you suggest some YouTubers like who can help?
Yes, I can provide the links in the chat. Just a minute.
Okay. Meanwhile, Harsh is sharing the link. I want to add one thing. Harsh said he started 3 weeks before, okay, for SAT preparation. So that was Harsh's capability to cover it up in the 3 weeks, okay, and he gave the SAT and scored 1400 plus. You guys know your capability, how much preparation you need. It doesn't mean that anyone will say कि अर्श ने 3 हफ्ते पहले start किया था, then I will also do the same thing. No, you know yourself, you know your capability. आपको पता है कि आप कितना अच्छा पढ़ सकते हो. 1 हफ्ते में, 2 हफ्ते में, 3 हफ्ते में, 1 महीने लगेंगे. तो प्लीज आप अपने हिसाब से आपका स्टडी प्लान बनाना. ओके कोई बच्चा 10 दिन में भी कवर कर लेगा, लेकिन किसी बच्चे को 2 महीने भी लगते हैं. तो आप आपको खुद को आप अच्छे से जानते हो. ओके. यस.
I have sent two links in the chat, and first is for like the grammar tips for the SAT section, and from just that one video, I almost solved 3 to 4 questions in my exam. And the second is like this guy gives you some quick tips to follow in the SAT exam, which you can follow. He has like almost 100 to 150 tips, I guess. So you can, and it is like 2 to 2 minutes tips, so you can watch that. If you're having any more questions, you can ask.
Did you prefer any special grammar books to make your grammar strong?
I personally didn't because, like as I said, the advanced section of Khan Academy covers all of it. I'll give you few more tips that if you're unable to to solve a question in a minute, then I would recommend you to skip it and come back to it later on. So once you're done with all the quick questions, then you'll even have motivation to solve that question, and there are high chances that you may solve it. And also, while you are in your exam center, bring a jacket with you, because sometimes the classrooms get very cold, and you may forget to bring a jacket, and it may affect your scores.
Okay. Adding to this, sorry, Icha, you were saying something. I interrupted. Yes.
Then regarding the test on portal, I find it a bit difficult. Like when I'm solving Khan Academy, I find it pretty easy. Like the test on portal test, I'm like getting low.
Your voice is very low.
Okay. Um, is it audible now?
It's better.
Yeah. So the tests on the portal are like quite difficult for me. Like I'm not scoring much there. But when I'm giving the test on Khan Academy, like they're going pretty easy. Like I'm getting nice marks there. I'm getting through. Like all the questions are correct. So how can I improve my score on portal? Like I find it difficult.
Okay. So on portal, Arsh, I'll answer. Okay. On portal, what it is, maybe you'll be finding difficulty for the basic grammars test because they all are concept clarity. Okay. On portal, we have made it knowingly difficult because we wanted students to get their concepts clear. Okay. अगर हम बच्चों को easy test ही देंगे basics में ही starting में, then they will think कि अरे ये तो बहुत easy है. And there are chances that they can be overconfident. And हमारे पोर्टल के सेटिंग्स ऐसे है ना, अगर आपका एक स्पेस भी आपके आंसर में चूक जाता है, इफ इट इज रॉन्ग, ओके, आपके स्टेटमेंट्स पूरे सही रहेंगे, क्वेश्चंस के हिसाब, क्वेश्चन जैसा ही सेम टू सेम आंसर्स भी रहेगा, लेकिन अगर एक स्पेस या कॉमा भी यहाँ का वहां हो गया पंक्चुएशंस में, तो यू विल गेट रॉन्ग फॉर दैट. We have made it that student जो है वो alert हो, and same thing has been faced by Arsh also. He used to send me the screenshots ki ma'am, my answer is similar, this and this, and but I'm getting wrong, may I know why? Then I explained him कि this is the reason Arsh, ये स्पेस ये कॉमा इस चीज पे ध्यान देना. तो जब हम बच्चों को बेसिक्स में ही हम टोकते हैं, तो बच्चे आगे जो एडवांस में वो अलर्ट हो जाते हैं. ओके, या ओके.
I have got
Arsh,
0 marks also in the fact
yeah,
portal exams,
yeah, I
like
know that.
multiple times.
Yeah, I know that. And Arsh जो बोल रहा था कि please carry your jacket, it's like it will be sounding like कि अरे ये क्यों बोल रहा है? He should give the tips of exams, नहीं क्या? Jacket carry करना is not necessary. तो मैं बता दूं, अर्श को जो रूम मिला था जहाँ पे वो था, जो सेंटर था, तो उसको जो सिस्टम मिला था वो बराबर सेंटर एसी के नीचे था. तो he was sitting continuously 2 hours, 2.5 hours close to the AC. तो वो पूरा ऐसे ठंडा हो गया था और उसको कोल्ड भी था उस समय. तो उसके वजह से ही थिंकिंग कि उसका जो ध्यान है वो बराबर स्कोर एग्जाम पे नहीं दे पाया वो, तो इसीलिए उसका स्कोर भी थोड़ा इफेक्ट हुआ है, ऐसा उसको फील होता है. तो ही वांट्स कि किसी और को वो चीज फील ना हो, उसके किसी और के साथ ना हो. तो आप आपका जो वहां का रूम्स एसी का होता है, तो बेटर है कि आप एक जैकेट कैरी करो. अगर एसी से दूर मिलता है तो यू शुड नॉट वेयर इट, लेकिन अगर आसपास कहीं पर है तो यू शुड. ओके. Okay. So any other doubts or something like that you can ask based on your कैसा क्या है. There is Trisha, you can ask, Dhanwant, Megh, Adi. I would encourage you to ask because see, आप लोगों ने अभी तक एग्जाम नहीं दिया है, अर्श ने दिया है, तो हो सकता है आपको कोई कोई डाउट हो. बाद में आप लोग मुझे पूछोगे तो आई कैन से मुझे भी आंसर नहीं देने आ पाएगा क्योंकि मैं एग्जाम सेंटर में नहीं गई हूँ. बट अर्श जाके आए, हमने ये इसीलिए आपके लिए ऑर्गेनाइज किया है कि आपको पता चले कि क्या इश्यूज हो सकते हैं. ओके.
I have a question. Like how you divided for the time for quants and verbal?
In the exam,
No, like study wise.
uh, I was mainly focused for the verbal part, because for me the quants was not that difficult. So most of the time I prepared for the verbal part. For like 75% was verbal and 25 was quants, you could say. But it depends from person to person.
For
Did you
example,
use the inbuilt calculator or did you take your own?
I use the inbuilt calculator.
Is there like any like power plugs or something if my laptop dies or something, that battery is low?
Yeah, it is there in the center. You can charge.
Thank you.
Do you have any tips for verbal, like for studying for verbal?
Uh, the only tip is that give the Khan Academy unit test multiple times until you get a perfect score. Because yeah, it will help you improve a lot. And if you're doing a question wrong, make sure you see the solution and know where you have done wrong and work on it accordingly. Uh, in the Bluebook app, like while you're giving the test, the calculator is present. Like you have an option to use the calculator. If you'll give a Bluebook full length test, then you'll be able to access it.
Okay, Arsh, outside calculator is allowed
Yeah,
if
it is
suppose
allowed.
anyone is not comfortable with inbuilt calculator. So are they giving permission to use scientific calculator which we bring from home or something?
Yes, ma'am. So in the college board, uh, the website, they have given the list of calculator allowed, but the invigilator in my center didn't check anyone. So yeah, but make sure you bring the calculator which is allowed as per college board.
Okay, thank you so much, Arsh.
Welcome, ma'am.
Do you have any tips for quants also?
For quants, I would suggest that uh, learn how to use the Desmos calculator. Like uh, try to relate every problem like how you can solve it in the Desmos calculator. There are several videos where they have taught you in such a way that how you can use this calculator to solve SAT questions. So you can do that.
Did you take your own device to the center or was it provided by the center itself?
I took my own device.
can you repeat the name of the calculator which you mentioned earlier?
Desmos calculator.
Sorry, wait, the calculator is spelled DESMOS, right?
Yeah. For me, the marks on the Blue Book test and the actual test did differ a lot. Uh, for most exams, like uh, in the Blue Book test, the highest I got was 1400, and that too was only one time. Remaining times, I was getting in the range of 1350, 1360, that all. So yeah, I got less in the Blue Book FLTs than the actual one.
Is there any strategy to solve the paper, like the actual paper, when you're solving it? Like, is there any tips? How can we solve it or something?
Yeah, for the verbal part, just start from the question number 15. So that that is the easier questions. And for quants part, I would say that to do the integer type questions in the end, like in the questions where you have to enter the digit and it is not a multiple choice question, do it in the end because those are comparatively little bit harder. So you will have more time if you solve those later on.
Do you have anything like during the break time between each module? Do you have any like thing that you do to probably like calm yourself or something?
Just drink water and maybe wash your face if you need to, and you can even eat.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do that, and you can revise some formulas which you have not, which you don't remember at that moment. You can go through it once before giving the quants part. For the break, I would recommend you to like actually get up from your seat and take a round of the like center, but return in time. So like you can maybe refresh yourself by that. I didn't count the pages, but yeah, it was, I guess, more than 10. So it was plenty and it was enough. And you also have to submit the supplements which you get. And you get it like before your exam starts. So there are plenty of it. And I think you can even ask more if you want.
Do they give us some formulas?
In the Blue Book app itself, while you're giving the exam, you do have a formula sheet for maths, but I think it just has basic surface area formulas, which aren't much useful. So you will have to remember formulas.
Due to the time limit, the con section sometimes seems very difficult. So how can you overcome that?
For that, yeah, I don't have any solution because the quant section took me time to this, like the module 2. I was unable to solve few questions. So just leave the questions which are taking you a lot of time. And like while looking at the question, if you feel like it will take you a lot of time, skip it. And also solve the questions which are multiple choice questions. And then come on the which you have to manually enter it. In verbal, I got 640 and in quants, I got 780.
Okay. Arsh, as Atharva joined little late, can you repeat the starting section which you said, na, the tips and tricks that how and what materials you used, you see? Uh, in starting, you started with the
Yeah, a
things.
study
Can you
plan,
please
right?
repeat? Yeah, yeah. Study.
Yeah, for the verbal part, after completing the all the SAT sessions, I started giving the topic-wise tests on the fact portal, and I focused more on the topics where I scored less. After that, I prepared from the advanced section of Khan Academy, and gave all the topic-wise tests there. And in the unit test, I kept retaking the unit test unless and until I got a full score. So you can keep doing that because the questions changes every time and it's a very good practice. very good way to practice because they give a proper good solution with it. So that's it for quants. And for verbal, for quants, I solved most of the questions from the Desmos calculator, and the remaining ones which I couldn't are from probability, statistics, and just some basic formulas of surface areas and volumes. For full length test, I gave the full length test of the portal uh, first, and then I gave the full length test of the blue book. For tips, again, just start from the question number 15 in the verbal section. It will save you a lot of time. And if you're unable to do a question in within a minute, then I would recommend you to skip it and get back to it later on. Yeah, that's it.
Do you have
Very
any
strange.
oh, do you have any advice on how to like write a perfect answer for the verbal open-ended questions?
Uh, I didn't get the question.
There are open-ended questions for verbal, right? Like where you have to type the answer instead of MCQs.
No, in the verbal part, it's just MCQ's question.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay.
Is it a relative test or is it like one way? I mean, can you go back or
Yeah, you can
uh,
go back to the questions, but you cannot go back to the modules. For example, a single verbal module will have 27 questions. So and it is of, I guess, 32 minutes. So while you are in that 32 minutes, you can go back to the questions. Once the 32 minutes are over, the module 2 will start, which will have different set of questions. So while you're doing that set of questions, you cannot go back to module 1. So you'll only have to do that set of questions. And in that set of questions, you can like go back, but you cannot switch to module 1.
okay?
Yeah.
Any more doubts, guys?
The blue book test, the full length test, when would you like recommend to give it?
So like there are 6 full length tests in the Blue Book app. So you should start 1 week before and give a test every day. So and on the last day, don't study anything. Just like do what you like and refresh yourself.
Did you continue test like due to some time pressure or exam pressure? What questions you should come right became wrong?
I didn't get the question.
Due to some time pressure or like fear of the exam, the question that should come right becomes wrong.
Yeah, it happens because of time pressure sometimes. Uh, I think I got few questions wrong because of the time pressure in the verbal and quants both part. But yeah, you'll have to manage with that.
After the exam, when do we get the results?
2 weeks after the exams,
Okay.
14 days.
Okay, got it.
Any more doubts, guys? You can ask. This is the time. Please make the most of it. Do not hesitate. Advika, Ethan, Adi, Sarah, Vedant. Vedant, you have not asked anything. If nothing is there, we can call it out. If anything is there, please ask.
Uh, do you know any other like resources we can use um for studying or YouTubers or whatever?
Yeah, you can use the Barron's study guide. I think Rita ma'am would have provided you with that. And yeah, I think I only use that other than the Khan Academy and Fact Portal.
You use the book once the lecture is finished, or after you are fully
What?
prepared for. You use that Barron's book after the lecture is finished, or when your whole syllabus is completed, then you give it.
When the whole syllabus was completed, I did that. But I barely did it. Like only a few questions I would have done it. Uh, Between the two modules, you don't get any time, but after the two modules are over, you get a 10 minutes break. Uh, my exam was scheduled at 8 a.m. and I reached the center at 7 or 7:30, I guess, between that.
I have a question. Like, my score is low on the test, like the fact total. So, does it mean that I'll get low score in SAT as well?
What?
My marks on the fact portal is quite low. So, does it mean that I'll get low marks in SAT as well?
No, it's not necessary because my fact portal marks was also not that good. Uh, so yeah, it is not necessary because I think the fact portal exams are like intentionally a bit more difficult so that you prepare to it accordingly. But I would still suggest that no, do the analysis of where you have done wrong and practice accordingly. Like keep doing the questions which you are not able to do. I gave about 10 FLTs, 6 from the Blue Book and the remaining from the fact portal.
These blue book tests, can we give them again and again?
Yes, you can give them again and again. So the timeline from me entering the exam till the exit was like I entered the center at 7, I guess, and then there were some like ID checkings. There was a board where you get to know where you have to go for the ID checking. So I went to the room. They saw my passport and they then just let me sit. And I guess at 7:50, I went to the class. I was told to keep my bag outside. So I kept my bag outside and went with my laptop, my water bottle, and some of my documents. I guess my passport. And my hall ticket. And I also would suggest to take like a photocopy of your hall ticket because I remember someone didn't and there were some issues with him. So I went inside. So first you have to connect to the Wi-Fi they give, and then while you open Blue Book, they will provide you a code. The code you have to enter, and then you will be able to start your exam. Before entering the code, you will have to follow some terms and conditions like they will make you go through the exam procedure, I guess. And yeah, so your screen gets locked and you start the exam. After that, after the 2 modules of verbal, you get a 10 minutes break. So you can go outside. I went to the washroom and drank some water and ate some fruits and then got back to my seat and just put my head down and just rested for the remaining time. Then I gave the remaining 2 modules and then we can go home. Like we can just exit the center. There was no anything required at that time.
Like, what is the procedure? Like, what if like we don't bring our own laptop and we give their like the test on their laptops or the computers?
I'm not sure about that, but I think in while registering for the SAT exam, you have an option to select which device will you use. So in that you can enter that I am not using any device. I will be using the device provided by the center. I think there's an option for that, but I'm not sure.
Anybody? Any else doubt?
I think as per me, the Blue Book exam and the SAT exam was almost the same level, and the experience was also almost the same. The only difference is that there was no screen lock while giving the Blue Book FLTs. Rest, everything was same.
So if no doubt is there, so we can wind it up. Can we wind it up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Arsh, for taking out time for this. Thank you again. Thank you, everyone who
Thank you,
joined.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, everyone. All the best.
Bye.